Hey, I'm going to build off a video I made from yesterday where I showed you how I made this guitar pick using this skull that I just found right off of Google search, and I showed you how I made it into a guitar pick. So I was messing around tonight, and I just want to show you a different, way you can do something that just makes a cool decal or sticker that you can apply to some other project that you're working on. So I'm going to recreate this image for you guys here in just a couple of minutes, and it doesn't take long at all. But this is a great example right here of showing of the importance of smoothing out the lines. Because before I smooth out the lines, this is how pixelated this image looked like. So just get in the habit of smoothing out the lines and follow my other tutorial on how to do that. It's fairly straightforward. I have step-by-step instructions in the at the Guitar Picks USA website. Article for it. So just follow it step by step and do this every time you get nice smooth lines here. And in essence, what I'm showing here is the back of my iPhone and things you could do to make, to spice it up a little bit if you like having stickers or decals on the back of it of just cool images. This is the one I currently have on the back of my guitar. I'm sorry, my iPhone right now. This is just something my kids like Five Nights at Freddy's, so I make them decals that are transparent. Then I cut it out for them other decals so they can stick it on whatever they want to stick it on. Um, but so that's just all the cool things you can do with it too, and it was fairly quick to do. But let's get into this one. So lesson learned: make sure you smooth the lines so you don't have images that look like that. But let's make this cool little effect where you have the skull kind of in a black with the red seeping through, using the same two images that I did in the last video. So to start off with, I got my platform here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get my images back out. So in my layers window, I've already uh, opened up my two images I want to use as layers. I opened up the redwood background as originally, and then I opened as a layer the skull background. So let's bring this in here. Let's make them so you can see them here. Uh, so like I always said in my videos, you right click and make sure you add a transparent background. In this case, it does not have a transparent background, so I'm gonna hit add alpha channel. I'm gonna come over here, hit my fuzzy select tool, click on the white, and in this case, it's just showing. Let's bring that in a little bit so we can see it. I'm just highlighting the area around the darker image. At this point, I'm gonna hit select. Oh, I don't have to do that actually because I already selected it. So just hit the delete on your keyboard and in your solid. So I'm gonna hit select, none. If you notice there, I still have a little bit of specks over here. I don't want that, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna hit the eraser tool, and you can set your eraser size and the thickness or the hardness right through here. I have it hard. I'm just gonna delete some of this stuff real quick. Doesn't have to be fancy, not for my purposes here. So I'm just gonna come in here, take some of that off. Not too worried about it. And we'll come back here to my fuzzy select tool. I'm going to click inside the white area because I want to get rid of that white and whatever text is back there. I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to do the same thing, hit delete on my keyboard. I'm going to do the same thing with the nose and hit delete. At this point, I'm going to hit select none to disengage the fuzzy select tool. And I'm going to make this thing a little bit about the size of this redwood background here because I want the skull to contain the image from the background at this point. So I'm going to get rid of that redwood in a second. So I'm going to actually click on the redwood. I'm going to click on the up arrow to put it as a top layer. I'm going to right click on the bottom layer with the skull. Right click, hit alpha to selection. You can see it popping through. I'm going to click on the redwood layer now. I'm going to hit select, invert, because I want everything outside of the selected area. And I'm going to hit delete. Now I'm going to hit select, none. So at this point, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on the top layer. I'm going to hit the mode selection, and let's hit multiply. Now you can try different ones if you want. I think burn and multiply will probably look okay. There's a little bit of difference there, but I like multiply on this for this particular image. So I like having the red popping out there some. So at this point, if you were to go to File and export this thing as a PNG, you're going to get this very choppy looking image right here, and that's what we don't want. So let's go ahead and smooth these edges out real quick. So before I do that, I'm going to merge these two layers together because if you notice, if I turn one off, You can see the different colors and they're a little bit overlapping each other. So I want to go ahead and merge these together. So I'm going to hit merge down. Now they're just one image. I'm going to click on it, come here to select, and I'm just in essence doing the steps that I talked about in my earlier tutorial, how to smooth the line. So right click on your layer, hit alpha to selection, come to select. We're going to shrink, set this to 3 if it's not already set to 3. Hit OK. Come back to select, hit invert, go to your filters menu bar, come to blur, Gaussian blur, and set this to 7 if it's not already set to 7. And as long as this thing's chained together like that, linked together, all you have to do is hit OK, and the bottom number turns into the same as the top number in there. Uh, After you do that, you come to colors, hit curves, make sure channel is set to alpha. You're going to drag this over 3 times to 3 squares, and drag the bottom left over right to 3 squares, and then hit OK. And now you have a smooth, and come to select, hit none, and now your image is smooth. At this point, we can do an export. Let's put this in that one. We're going to call this one something else. Uh, Skull effect. Make sure you always type .png if it's not already there. That way you have the transparent background around the image. A JPEG does not support that, so you'll see nothing but white or black around the image if you use a JPEG. So make sure you type in PNG if it's not, if you're starting from scratch. Hit export, hit export again, and then let's open this up in PowerPoint so we can look at this again. I'll come here to picture. I want to look at it. Come up one. Oh, I'm already there. Come here. And there it is, skull with a big E. I have it. And there you go. Nice smooth edges. And you can do what you want with it. Resize it, make it however you want to. But if I were to do this, this is kind of how it would look like if I was going to put this on my phone or on a laptop or something, whatever you want to stick it to. But these are cool little decals you can make. It would cut nice and smooth, like because there's nothing too pointy there that's going to get ripped off when you cut it with your cutting machine. If you have a Cameo or one of those Cricut Explorer cutting machines as well. So just fun things to do. Um, and it definitely has a cool effect if you look at where the red is coming through at. Do you have to use a redwood background like I did? You could probably just make a red rectangle and do the same thing, and that'd be fine as well. But just explore around with the features and see what you can do. And I hope you guys enjoy this. All right, bye bye.